Welcome back to D Gray Man Anime Review. This is the first of a series of specials. Though unlike other anime series I've done, where I do these series of specials, this is not going to be a weekly one. This will be whenever the manga comes out. And the manga comes out every 3 months. So after this one, you won't expect to see another one review of these things until January, because it comes out every 3 months. Yeah, thing just came out today, so I figured, oh, why not take a look at it? It's a quite long chapter. Chapter starts off with kind of where it picks up right where the last chapter left off, where you have this, where you have Alan and Kondo disappeared in the last chapter. They end up in this village. They don't explain where this until they get to the very end. See a little dog run into a little boy. They see some kind of spell, and they see a katana, and then falling out of the sky, it's Alan and Kanda. And pretty much most of this chapter from this point forward is them arguing and fighting. Yep. Oh, and the name of this chapter is chapter 230. This is saying goodbye to AW, aka Alan Walker. Tear tracks in the flickering light. That's the name of this chapter. And of course, Johnny looks back in the covered wagon and says, "They're gone. Alan and Kanda are gone." And then you have General Taido. It's like, he used the arc. Seems we must be really desperate. Yep. Apparently, Johnny's wrist just snaps off. Says he can't sense Alan's bracelet. And then we cut to Alan and Kanda. Says, "You damn S-head." This side is known for injecting a lot of swearing in the manga. Yeah, I had this sort of similar problem with Bleach. Like, look what you did this time. He's like, "You're so persistent." It's like, "Where do you send this?" He doesn't know. This is all I wanted to get away from you guys. And of course, then they spend pretty much talk about their feelings. It's like how you think that Johnny feels. They feel any different. And because of the fact he went to go search for Alan, he's a fugitive from the order. Not kind of, though, for some reason. Johnny is. Yep. So, kind of whips him with his sword. Doesn't cut him, but he does him with the back of the sword. And Alan hits the ground with his innocence. He blocks Kanda with his arm. Says, "Oh, you enlighten me." That's what he says. And he talks about Apocalypse killed his master, Tim Campy, and Link, even though Link is actually very much alive. Alan doesn't know that. The readers know it. And I think one or two other people know it. Says that innocence will destroy everything, your memories, your life. And of course, see a brief panel of the other people from the science division. See Alan's hand look like it had been cut, but it's slowly being healed. Says, "I'm the one Apocalypse." He says he wants to merge with my body and destroy the Noah. Destroy Nia. That's the 14th Noah's name. Nia D. Campbell. His perhaps should have happened. That thing would destroy. But that thing destroyed what I hold dear. Yeah, it's all about spilling the beans, and of course they talk about repair service. He's lying on the ground. He says, "Guess he is an idiot after all." And he misses Tim, and he cries because Mr. Tim Campy. And you see what the Apocalypse look like. He's basically disguised as a Catholic cardinal. And he gets a cold, and he says, and it kind of says, "Fine, take us back to the old geese's wagon." And he says, "I don't know how, what? I have no idea the wagon is. I've been shut inside the whole time, remember? There aren't any windows. There aren't any windows, too." Yeah, you say you don't know where you... He's saying that like you don't know, you idiot beansprout. In the manga, I should point out, though, the reason why he calls him beansprout because he's short. In the show, he calls him short stack. Yeah, that's what he calls him in the anime. In the manga, it's beansprout. He tries to force open, and he realizes, though, trying to figure out where he is, and he sees a couple letters, and it's Mana's letters, and Alan figures out exactly where they are. The place where he started. Yeah, the place where he first met Mana. And General Cross and Tim Campy says, the place where Alan began. So yeah, he's kind of back at the beginning. Not back in time, mind you, just back where everything of his life started, right in this village. Which is kind of nice, the fact that I gotta praise the writer for actually doing that. Very nice ending, but we have to wait 3 months for figure out what happens next. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about this. We have to wait 3 months. So wait freaking January for what happens next, okay? But fantastic chapter. I give the chapter roughly a 10 out of 10. It's a really good chapter. And this chapter really advances this arc forward. The character piece. See a little bit of, well, see a little bit of what's going on with Johnny and General Title. I mean, they only appear for like just a couple pages. I mean, almost the entire chapter just kind of now and we're gonna find out. And next chapter looks like they're going to look around this time before they find General Title again. But it's gonna be a while. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. Yep, but of course we have to wait 3 months to find out what happens next. That's one thing kind of irritating about this because it's in a manga book. It comes out. It's published in a book that comes out every 3 months, which is quite irritating. I wouldn't mind if it's monthly, but no, we have to wait 3 freaking months, and it's been like this since the most recent season ended. Yes, this is how it's basically been. All right, so that's it for this particular review. Stay tuned until now. Special number 2 hopefully will come out in January. But my next review, I got 2 more reviews planned for today, but they won't happen much later on today because I want to get back to Dragon Ball Super. We review the newest episode of Tokyo Re and the newest chapter of the 7 Deadly Sins manga. Okay, to see you in the next review. Bye.